Actor Robert Redford taking on New York State. The state says he owes about $1.6 million after selling part of his Sundance channel. But Redford feels he already paid his fair share when he was taxed in Utah, so he's suing. Leslie Marshall is a syndicated radio talk show host, and David Webb is a radio talk show host. Both are Fox News contributors and today's legal panel. So Redford owned the Sundance channel. He sold part of it in 2005. He lives in Utah, paid the income tax in Utah on the profits. But the channel's based in New York, so New York charged him $845,000 plus now $727,000 in interest. So it's a little more than $1.5 million that New York says he owes. He says he doesn't owe a dime. He says it's double taxation. Leslie, does he have a case?
Well, I think he has a case, but then again, if I don't have any idea how this would play out, I would benefit if he wins, I have to tell you, as a business owner being in California with employees in New York. But I don't think he's going to win. And I think one of the reasons is this problem. And this is another problem and an area where both, I think David and I would agree that we need reformation in our tax system. But I definitely feel that left and right disagree as to how we need the system reformed. But hey, everybody can have their day in court. So can Mr. Redford, but I don't think he'll be successful.
So speaking of left and right, David, Redford's lawyers argue it's unconstitutional for New York to impose personal income tax on a non-resident. Wait a minute, we have a member of the liberal Hollywood elite, part of the 1%, talking about the Constitution over taxation. Surprising?
No, not when it benefits them. And here's the thing, Redford, Michael Moore with his 9 homes, bemoaning capitalism, Sean Penn supporting Chavez. These guys go out and they play what's in their own interest. And to be fair, Leslie, and I do agree on this, the need for tax reform, because what matters is not Robert Redford. He's not going to lose or gain anything relative to the regular guy or man or woman out there who simply has wake-up costs and a total tax burden that is way beyond onerous, right? In New York State, where you literally can't afford to run a business or live when you lose 30 to 40% of your income as a business or as a person to the state. We need tax reform, and frankly, to the Republicans, you need to take up that issue at both the federal and state level. Redford's not the issue. Tax reform is the issue. Article 16, sections 3, 4, and 5 of the New York State Constitution actually give him an argument for this. He uses it. I think he loses, but it's contradictory and wide in even the way it's written.
Well, maybe Redford will spearhead the tax reform movement now.
I don't know.
Leslie, he sold, yeah, we'll see. He sold the rest of his Sundance channel in 2008, and he reported the gain in the same manner and paid the Utah taxes, and New York didn't come after him for that. His lawyers are asking what's different between that and the first sale.
Well, here's the thing. Although I sit here 20 minutes from the epicenter of Hollywood, if you will, even us on the left kind of put our violins on in the case when we have celebrities crying over the fact that, oh, I'm going to make, 20 million instead of, 30 million. And I think a lot of Americans feel this way. But I think that the lawyers have a good question here. And this is something that we see, whether it is a state tax issue or a federal tax issue, which is the rules don't always apply. And I think, in a sense, Robert Redford got away with not paying taxes under the current tax law and code that he is now being caught up to pay now. And he's angry and he's fighting it to keep his money. I do agree with David that there are a lot of people, left and right, especially who are celebrities, that will cry out only when it affects them. And when they benefit, they cry differently.
All right. I think we got agreement there. Leslie Marshall, David Webb, thank you both for joining us. We'll end it there.
Yeah, welcome to the Tea Party, Robert.